No respect for the shoutcaster.
Yeah, dude, it's a hard knock life for us, I guess.
Showing the love though.
Yeah, love is so real.
The love-hate relationship apparently. All right, so as we hop into picks and bands here, um, I do recognize some of the players on blue team here. The Bao Chihuahua, the Turking Bear, the Twerking Bear rather.
Yeah.
Pretty sure those are the only two that I recognize though.
I recognize what's his nuts? Destiny Die Pro, Astrology, and I Am Too Buff. Those are about the only ones though. Besides the ones you obviously already mentioned.
All right, so I wonder if I'm gonna look at this guy's profile, the Syndra main here, see if it really is a Syndra main or if he just trolls with his name.
Oh no, he is a Syndra main. He has 93 games played as Syndra.
Right, but he is playing support for his team, so the Syndra band's probably not gonna come out. Oh well, it does. I'm wrong.
That's kind of dumb if you ask me. What is he gonna do? Syndra fucking support? Is that the new meta?
But even so, Syndra is a strong pick in itself, and there's nothing wrong with not wanting to see any of that. Jana band coming out from purple team here, or red team rather.
Which is kind of weird, being Syndra's played Janna last game. You'd think that they'd be trying to get the Janna again if it worked.
Right, especially seeing how he had such a good game on it. So we got the bands out there. We got two assassin mid laner bands coming out from blue team, and looks like
Cho'Gath band's kind of interesting.
Red team. Yeah, it definitely has to be a target band. We should look up the profiles here of some of the players.
Let's see if I can find out who the mid laner is. I'm gonna look up Tulips.
Well, Cho'Gath could also be a top laner.
Well, Tulips is jungled last game.
We know Syndra main support. Destiny, look at this. Destiny Die Pro. Look at his last game as Cho'Gath. I don't know if he was mid lane or top lane, but absolute beast of a game.
17 and 1. Ends up buying a Mahais. God bless.
That's Magi Soul Stealer for those who aren't familiar with that pronunciation.
I hate you.
So we got our first pick, Kha'Zix for blue team here. Probably definite, comfort pick for their jungler. Not showing too much, but purple team also locking into Corki and Rengar. So very interesting jungle match out there. We've been seeing that a lot lately, the Kha'Zix versus Rengar.
Well, it seems like if you see either person and your jungler hasn't been picked, there's just this subliminal message that you want to pick the adversary of that team, which kind of brings up the lore. Like, which hunter is really the best?
Right, with Lee Sin and Jarvan both being banned by red team here, it really those are pretty much top tier junglers right there. They had to, Kha'Zix and Rengar themselves are no pushovers, but they're definitely not as high as
Lee Sin and Jarvan.
Yeah. So Thresh lock in for blue team, my favorite champion personally.
Oh, don't we know it?
Let's see what else they're gonna run here. Now, you'll definitely notice a good Thresh and a great Thresh, especially going into the Corki, is if whenever he goes in on engage on Corki, right? If he lands a hook, he'll jump in, and he'll see if he waits to use the flay to try and get Corki out of that Valkyrie, or if he'll just flay, just to do it. So we'll see how comfortable he is on this Thresh. With the Caitlyn going alongside him, going against that Corki.
I don't know. Caitlyn versus Corki can go either way. It really all depends on the Corki's level of skill. From that's my opinion at least. Or excuse me, not the Corki, the Caitlyn skill, because if she is good at punishing Corki for every CS he goes for, short of throwing his Q, then it's gonna be a pretty one-sided lane until mid to late game, if it lasts that long.
Right, Caitlyn definitely has the advantage on Corki in the early levels, But once they hit 6, and if they went even or around even on CS, whenever I would say Caitlyn has like a BF sword pickaxe to Corki's Fade Sheen, Corki past level 6 can definitely 1v1 the Caitlyn no problem, as long as he lands his stuff.
Yeah, of course. That's kind of the core of any champion based on skill shots, in my opinion.
Right, so we see the Syndra, or I'm sorry, Riven and Azir coming in for the solo lanes for red team here. Very strong solo lanes. Now the Riven top lane is very very snowbally, especially that's why he's taking Ignite. It's very hard to make an impact on that unless you get a lead as Riven, especially if he goes even with Renekton and that Renekton gets something like a Sunfire Cape or Randuin, so there's nothing that Riven can do to him.
Honestly, I remember how the Renekton bar was widely feared, but you haven't really seen much of the old crocodile up top lane lately.
Right, those tanky top laners really falling out of meta, being the Renekton, the Jax, the Shyvana, but this guy's showing that still favorites in his book. And all pretty safe picks on the Riven. As long as he doesn't get cheesed with that Ignite, it should be just fine.
But I mean, it's Riven. The core of her kit is to cheese. I mean, come on.
Absolutely. And also the Diana lock-in for blue team here. Very interesting, not a real, popular champion.
But when she gets fed, God bless the soul of the other team.
Right, just like any other assassin, if he gets a lead and snowballs it, it's very scary. And Morgana hover here for purple team or red team for the support. Looks like might go Annie actually. This is very interesting going into Thresh.
Yeah, I don't agree with any of these picks in the Thresh, to be honest with you.
Well, Zyra would be a better pick than Annie because Zyra definitely has more poke, as Annie has to be a lot closer to go, either lay down some poke or go all in. Now, we all know it's going to be Teemo support, so I don't even know why we're talking about this.
Yeah, of course it's going to be Teemo support. Why else would you play it? Ooh, the Morgana pick.
Morgana, which is a safe pick. It's not. I still think that that blue team in these early levels has a huge advantage in their bottom lane, but Morgana is a safe pick. We'll see how these lanes play out. Both supports going with Exhaust over Ignite. The top laner for red team here is going with Ignite compared to Teleport for blue team. So we'll see if Destiny Reaper really knows how to utilize that teleport to basically put more pressure onto the other team than basically if you see Riven top lane, she's top. There's no teleport play coming out of that.
Yep. And we get to see if Riven's able to be smart and keep the vision on Destiny Reaper. And ideal, we don't want the Renekton to teleport because that might change the fight times.
Right, but if the Renekton really wants to teleport, it isn't, especially if his tower stays up, it isn't hard to get into a safe distance away from the Riven to teleport safely.
I guess it really all depends on how they try to play this out.
Really
the last second change from teleport to Ignite from Renekton. Looks like there's not going to be much top lane pressure.
Right, they want
near the dragon.
Renekton's like, you know what? I want to beat this Riven down. So we'll see with the Ignite. He should be building offensive early, whether it be a Brutalizer into maybe a Cleaver or Yumu's or Hydra, is used to be really popular on Renekton. So we'll definitely see what he decides to go. But having the Ignite, I mean, basically now, both top laners are very similar now. Like, if it goes even, then I would give the advantage to Renekton just for the sheer, his ult. Like, I feel like he would do better if they went even. But both top laners really looking to basically outplay the other one with Ignite play to get an advantage. It's very snowball top laner. I seriously doubt it'll go even.
If it goes even, then they just need to already get promoted to LCS. I mean,
I'm really interested in the mid lane as Azir. Azir's come out to be a really strong pick. Now, not too many. He's not too popular. Not too many people are very, I guess.
Azir friendly, bird friendly.
Yeah, I guess comfortable on the champion. Can't really think of many words tonight, but
Proficient on
He
the
is,
champion.
yeah, proficiency. We'll basically see how proficient he is. Um, if he is, it'll be very scary. Azir has, recently come up to be a very strong pick. But having said that, he is, in my opinion, susceptible to assassins. And if he doesn't poke the Diana down come level 6, it could be,
A
a
brutal
lot of
time,
trouble.
yeah.
I don't know if Diana can ult through his ult though. The
She
walls.
cannot. Any dash is stopped by Zir's ult.
Right, but is it a blink or is it? I mean,
It stops
we'll have to
flash.
check it
I
out.
mean, it.
It does not stop flash.
Yes, it does.
It does not. I will bet you $50 on the stream right now that Azir's ult does not stop flash. Are you interested in that bet? I have witnesses.
Honestly, I'm not gonna accept that bet just because it's $50. I'm not gonna swindle you out of $50.
$10. $10. How about $10 worth of RP or something cheesy like that?
Um. Oh, it'd kind of be cheating being looking at it right now, so still can't take it on you. Cause I was honestly just curious.
I know I'm right, so I'm still willing to take the bet. Like if you're Ezreal, right, and you stand right next to his ultimate, you can E over that shit. You can flash over it. It's not like immovable. Now, absolutely, the dashes they're silly as hell to watch, but it does stop. All dashes, I suppose.
Just a fun fact: Ezreal's E and Kassadin's R can go through it alongside champions that can go untargetable. For example, Vladpol and Fizzpol, both can walk through the ult.
Right. That's why I always tell my friend, play Fizz into his ear. As long as you're comfortable with Fizz, it's a really, really, early. Yeah, sure, his ear can poke you, but I mean, your Fizz. Fizz gets poked out by everyone early. Those ears no different than anyone else. So it's really, really, Fizz is really strong because you can, let's say when you have that Sheen double Dorns, you come back to lane and Azir has, whatever the hell he's building. If you land the ult, basically you Q onto him, you get an auto attack, and as soon as you see him, you have your fish on him. As soon as you see him ult, all you have to do is E, and it doesn't separate you two. It's a very strong matchup for Fizz.
Do you think that if Poppy ults someone other than Azir, that she could walk through the wall?
No.
But her ult
Still
makes it
walk.
so she can't be affected by CC.
Right, but that's like saying if Jarvan ulted and Poppy ulted someone other than Jarvan, could you walk through the Jarvan ult? No.
True. Yeah, you provide a very solid point.
It's still like terrain on the map.
Did you know that Corki's dash does not get stopped by Azir's ult?
That's hard to believe, actually. We might get to see that this game. Actually, never mind. They're on the same team. We will not get to see that. Well, doesn't his wall affect his teammates too?
It does, but it gives them a speed boost when they walk through it instead of stopping them.
Oh, well, that's pretty OP. But we'll see if that affects the game in any way. So his teammates can straight up walk through the wall and get a speed boost like Jace's acceleration gate.
Yeah, pretty much.
And the other team can't walk through it. That's OP. We'll see if it, how it affects this game as we do hop into the Rift here and everyone is buying. We get these champions rearranged here.
Thanks for calling that out. Now I can do that as well.
But it being kind of a longer load time into the game, it seems a few of them went AFK to go take care of whatever they had last second crap to take care of. As we have everyone here now, 40 seconds in. Blue team though, a lot more coordinated and going straight for the brush, going through lane, and if they had someone who was really quick out of the gate, they do know that is not warded. They placed the ward over the wall, which it's not a real common place for the other team to have vision. They are going to go in, Kazakh's the blind W into nothing, but they are going to walk across the ward. Red team will know exactly where this blue team is. We'll see if they want any level 1 shenanigans.
Looks like they're gonna play this safely, or at least try to poke. Oh, see, they just gave away the fact that they knew they were gonna invade. They could have really turned that around into maybe a single, if not quadra kill. You know what I mean?
Well, Riven had no intentions of coming over, and they were 5 deep in that bush, so they didn't. Even though they did have the advantage of knowing where they were, they didn't want to participate in a 4v5,
Hmm.
especially with the thresh hook coming in. That's very dangerous.
I'll give you that, but Morgana with her Q, I feel like they have
Right.
a bit of potential.
Right. So if let's say they did group as 4 and go in, even if Morgana landed the Q, the other 4 members of the team would be still stacked on that member that is or rooted or whatever. So it doesn't really give you like that priority target to go attack because it's gonna be 5 members stacked on one.
By the way, I was wrong. I guess the post was outdated or something, but Corky's W does not go through, but Elise's, what is it called?
Repel.
Repel, yes. That goes through alongside Ezreal's E.
Right. Right. So I would have won the bet basically, but here comes the
Well,
aggressive.
no,
level
our
one
bet was about
trade.
Flash. Oh,
Well, Yeah.
looks like
the Ignite
Renekton.
play comes out, and like we were talking about, the Riven gives off the well play, but it really just seemed like a lack of reaction on the Riven, knowing that whenever you're below 150 health, that's Ignite and auto, and you're dead. Like
Yep.
you have to understand. I mean, surely with the long load times, Riven did see that Renekton did take Ignite. So 10 CS to 2 in the top lane already as Renekton shoves it to Riven's tower. It looks like he's gonna recall. We'll see what aggressive item he decides to go. You know, to try and get that top lane going. It's not over for Riven yet, but it is looking very bad right now. 3 minutes in the game.
Well, yeah, 3 minutes in, you already died. What can you really do?
So Corky using his phosphorus bomb a lot to help manage the wave, push it in. As Kha'Zix comes in on this Azir mid lane, trying to get some going. Diana with the nice, I believe, Moonfall, I believe it's called. But Azir comes back and lands some good autos. So we got Renekton coming in, their Ignite coming down on him. Looking like he's trying to pick up a kill on this Riven as Rengar's looking to bail out his Riven, but does not work as Renekton ends up killing the Riven.
And Riven doesn't even end up getting the kill, so she's just getting further and further behind.
Absolutely. Yes. Renekton has already about 1,000 gold lead on this Riven.
That's so sad. Poor Riven. Oh, the Q from Thresh missing just barely.
And if you saw that before Morgana put the black shield on Corky, he missed a very easy play. He put himself in perfect position to flay both of them and kind of turned the other way and completely missed both of them with the flay. Then the black shield came out on Corky and he missed the death sentence anyway. Kha'Zix being really good effective on this ganks as the death sentence comes out in the Morgana. They were able to finish it off.
Oh, look at the health in that Corky. That Caitlyn almost pulled a bronzy move and went in anyways, even though she has 300 health and he's under tower.
So Thresh with a little bit of redemption on the death hook on the Morgana, knowing the black shield's down and Kha'Zix being there. The game's going very good for blue team at the moment right now. About 700, 800 goal lead at the moment. 5 minutes in. So Renekton picking up cloth armor and pickaxe to Riven's longsword. Definite huge advantage for him there. Tripling her CS, though it is still early. The wave is in a terrible spot for Riven. As if she's patient, it will crash into his tower, but she is not patient. Look at the huge empowered W coming out
Oh!
of Renekton. As Riven talked about how this top lane was so snowballing. This Renekton is 3-1, 5 minutes in the game. Really?
Poor Riven.
Yeah, Destiny Die Pro really needs to step it up. Counter pick, not really much of a counter pick. I mean, Renekton is a lane bully, but I would attribute more to Riven's poor play than Renekton. I mean, Renekton's playing it well, don't get me wrong, but just really lackluster play from the Riven. Azir, Renekton's kind of caught out. Azir has vision of him, trying to call his jungler up here. He's failing his first E, but he does get closer as Kha'Zix is coming in on this Azir. Smartly blocks Azir's dash as the Azir flash comes out. Kha'Zix bloodthirsty, flashing after him. Picking up the kill, making it 5 kills to 1 now for blue team, as this Renekton is huge. So now Kha'Zix and Renekton both having a huge lead on their respective jungling counterparts here. Look at the level difference top, Vaughn.
6-3. God bless. He's like, fuck it, dude. I will dive you all day. Oh, the Q from Thresh that gets spell shielded. Looks like nothing's gonna come from it though.
Right, Corky landing a good phosphorus bomb onto both Thresh and Caitlyn. Kinda basically halting any aggression they would have. This Diana kinda getting a CS lead from that Azir roam top, and Azir ended up dying from it too. This Diana could also. I'm looking at this top lane, that's why I'm stuttering. I don't know if Renekton's like BMing Riven or disconnected, but
Yeah.
it seems like he is. Riven choosing not to stand her turret will die to the ignite. This is going horribly for Riven. Thresh with a good death sentence on Morgana, but knowing that Caitlyn's pretty low health, chooses not to go on it. There's two fights going on right now. One, Diana doing a good job whooping up on this Azir, but Azir landing the auto attacks back with the Sand Soldiers. Meanwhile, Renekton handling this Rengar up top after handling the Riven.
How much gold is Renekton going back with? A whole 1.6k. I just want to point out that he just went back with the amount of gold that Riven has had from the beginning to the end of this game.
Right, and the Riven was a blind pick Riven, had Ignite the whole time, total intention, but it really not showing very comfortable in the champion, not showing how to, lose your lane with grace, basically.
Oh,
there's a nice run by Corky with the Rengar ultimate flash onto this Kha'Zix. Only whips the bullet, but he's gonna get another one, dude. When he comes out of his stealth, he gets a ferocity stacks. It's a nice cleanup on that Kha'Zix there, just to help get something going for this purple team.
Riven begging, let me get 6.
Right, Renekton using that Tiamat, the animation cancel with his W perfectly, just to get the maximum amount of damage on this Riven, showing that he's very comfortable on that champion.
Yeah, it's not very often you see Renekton, but when you do, it's just monstrous.
Nice death sentence on this Corky. The Black Shield does come out, so there's no threat. There's no play there. But Azir showing his vulnerability to assassins as Diana just lands the cube, ults in, drops down. I'm gonna go look at that ability, make sure I get his name right. I believe it's Moonfall, the one where
she brings
TCs
everything
them,
closer to him.
It is Moonfall. Yeah, just landing the Q, ulting on the Azir, knowing that she has another stack of her ultimate because she landed the Q. Moonfalling the Azir as he's trying to get away, and then just ults on him again. With Ignite, just too much damage for Azir to handle. He may be very good at poking, but he is still a mage champion that is squishy and susceptible to assassins.
That he is. Tower goes down for Renekton. Looks like Renekton's trying to get squirrely, and I was like, oh, you want to play, little kitty? Oh, well, let me kill you right quick.
Everything in this topside jungle is now Renekton's. There's nothing this red team can do here. I mean, a huge lead with Tiamat. Solo killed the Rengar here. Azir and Riven trying to 2v1 him as he just pops his ult, and he is just enormous. And so probably just take this red buff.
Oh!
Using it to bait in the Azir to stun full combo.
Oh my god, is this gonna be a 1v2 right here?
Riven's like, I can't just let you kill two of my teammates. I'm trying to come in with this Ignite, but Renekton is so big. 1v3 on the Renekton. I'm calling it, Vaughn. That's game.
Yeah. 1v3. God bless this red team soul. But I mean, at the same time, all the gold being on Raid Boss Renekton, he is a early to mid game champion.
Absolutely.
I could see the potential for turtling, but 10-2. I mean,
Renekton doing a good job keeping the red team interested there, thinking that, I am a huge target and you do want to shut me down. Flashes on the Rengar so he has no chance to join his team, kills the Rengar, and then as Azir and Riven, come fight on him, he uses the red buff perfectly to bait in the Azir, thinking that he's safe as the Renekton backing off wants nothing to do with the Renekton. Killing the Azir, and then Renekton basically just going in out of respect, dying to the Renekton for the complete 1v3. Riven trying to salvage something there at the end for that, but just now
almost did too. Looks like Rengar's gonna be coming in for the old bottom. Gonna be a kill on Caitlyn. Will it? Oh, is he gonna get an enhanced bola? Looks like he might try, but
the Kha'Zix slow, proving enough disengage to get him out. Riven stuck to just hiding from Renekton as her own tower takes the, just to get level 6. 4 level advantage, unbelievable. Man,
Why would you even go near the Renekton after the absolute slaughterfest that has been your lane?
Diana ulting onto the Azir there, and just Azir instantly flashing away. It wants nothing to do with that. Azir being 0-3, Riven being 0-5. These red team solo laners are just basically kind of seeded the game at this point. I mean, it's only a 5k gold lead 10 minutes in is pretty massive. It's a flash death sentence comes in just to help Kha'Zix finish up this Rengar. But Rengar's OP, and he uses this heal to survive. But Diana comes in saying...
Wait, I'm going to replay that. It looked like she dashed through the wall.
Alright, do it. As Renekton tower dives, exhausted, 1v2 on Riven and Morgana. Morgana landing the...
Yeah, she dashed through it.
Right, because it's a blink. It's like a Ezreal E.
But you watch her dash to you.
Yeah, but it's not like a Kali's ult, right, where she dashes. It's like a blink.
Well, I'm looking at the video right now. Who passes Azir's ultimate? Well, he tested absolutely everything. So I don't know if it was just the timing of it, but that is supposed to be blocked.
The Diana ultimate?
Yes.
Well, I'm not a Azir aficionado, so I have no idea,
Well, during the first 10 minutes of this game, I had the video post up of all the interactions with Azir's wall, and Diana's ult got blocked by the wall, so...
Right, but like you said, it could have been an old video, and Azir has been changed, especially because the massive amount of bugs that came out with him. Azir has been changed quite a lot since his release. Diana coming in 2 levels ahead of this Azir, looking to farm this mid lane, not letting Azir have anything. Azir using, that is the end of Azir's life. He used his dash to try and get advantage for, get in range for some poke. Diana instantly saw that, landed the Q. Azir stood no chance. Now it's level 11 Renekton coming in, killing this Renektar. This Rengar and Renekton fusing.
Honestly, at this point in the game, I feel like that would be a weaker version of Renekton.
Oh man. This has been a complete stomp by blue team so far. 14 kills to 4. I don't even think they've gotten the dragon. They've been so focused on kills. Riding that Renekton snowball wave.
Yeah, like... onwards, my glorious water steed.
So as they do pick up the first dragon of the game, making it an 8k gold lead 14 minutes in the game. It's not insurmountable. Just put it bluntly, it's not looking good for red team. They're just missing the death sentence on Azir. Having his escape up, it seems he'll be safe, absolutely. Does get flayed, takes a little bit of damage for that, but nothing you can escape from.
For his Galactic Azir, he can see into the future, right?
Absolutely. Just looking at blue team solo lanes compared to red teams, it's really no contest. Now, the mid lane is a lot less snowballing. Diana needs to get to be aggressive on that Azir post level 6 for her to win that lane. That's exactly what she did. Now Azir, who was playing, totally fine the first 5 levels of that matchup, is now 0-5. And Renekton just basically outplaying the Riven level 1 with the Ignite play, has not looked back.
Not even once.
Noticing very good animation canceling with this Renekton using his
The 5-man dive onto the raid boss. Looks like Azir's gonna go down. Will anyone be able to stop the Renekton? It does not look like the answer's gonna be yes. Looks like the answer's gonna be no. Renekton's giving no fucks, going into their base like, you know what? I still want a piece of this. You guys want to come 5v1? Come at me, bro. My team got me.
I don't even think Caitlyn was in that fight. I believe that was a 4v5 that they just...
A 4v5 that they caught Renekton out on.
Right, and it's still a 2-0 for blue team. That's basically how this game has been going. Morgana landing the nice Q on the Renekton, kind of baiting in some of red team, but Thresh does land a good death sentence. Both teams do disengage with no deaths though.
But they don't get the inhibitor, so at the end of the day, I guess red team could consider that a win on their side.
I mean, only the smallest of margins is this Renekton, or yeah, baits the brush, instantly popping the Renekton ultimate. With the Caitlyn ultimate on him, he won't even stealth. Kha'Zix does get caught by the Morgana Q as Azir goes all in.
Wow.
At the end of his life. The nice dark passage coming in for Thresh, saving Kha'Zix from that Morgana there.
No, did you see the Diana ult?
I did. Onto the Azir.
Yeah, she ulted on, he walled her away. She tried to go back on, and it just did not work for her.
Oh, did she try ulting again? And
yep, she bounced right off. So it's kind of weird that she didn't go through the last time.
So you're telling me you have video proof of the exact same ability, one time working and another time not?
Yup.
That is very inconsistent.
Come on, Rito, mercy. Rito, mercy. Mercy, please.
Yeah, maybe one day we'll figure out what exactly is supposed to be the interaction between those two abilities and find out which one was right.
Yeah, but that day is not today.
Right, we're Renekton 3 levels ahead of basically anyone. Has the Sunfire Cape and Hydra, and not only that, a Negatron Cloak. Total monster right now.
And there's nothing they can do to stop him. They tried. 5v1. Didn't work.
So instead of going for that open middle inhibitor, which I'm not for sure if they realized that they didn't even get, they choose to siege this bot lane here, the tier 2 tower. And with the Renekton being so big, anything he does is basically going to work out. Aggressive slice and dice into the Call the Meek on the Corki, forcing the Corki flash. Renekton also ulting just to,
to make it look pretty. Going in on the Azir, is Azir going to be able to get away? Oh, Azir the juke out to the right. But Diana's there to tell him that you ain't going nowhere.
Right. Again, Caitlyn having no part of anything her team is doing, but then again, it doesn't really matter because their team is killing it. At least their solo lanes are right now.
I can already see how the chat on red team is going. Like, I feel like Riven might be getting raged at this point because this is disgusting. 0-7-2.
I mean, I think unless they're complete randoms, I think they could be pretty mild-mannered about it, knowing that it is their teammate. It is probably maybe even their friend, knowing that just when you're outplayed, and accepting that. And as the blue team completely, almost basically fountain diving purple team 18 minutes in this game, it is all but over. Now my friend did message me. He was watching the stream. He said that Azir used his ultimate on the Diana too late, and that Diana basically ulted before the wall came out.
That's not how the skill works. Like it's not like you can walk through it until like the wall has been built. The moment he uses the ult, as long as it's mid animation, it is supposed to stop the skills because the wall is still there. It's just moving forward.
Right. That's just what he's saying he saw, and so I do believe it is supposed to stop the Diana ultimate. I think the Diana just got lucky enough to cast the ability before maybe it was still doing its half-second cast time or whatever. Very nice split push by this Rengar though. Pushing, what is that, 3 towers and almost to the inhib before Kha'Zix answered it.
I think I'll wait till the game's over, but I'm definitely gonna double check that. I don't know if you saw that, but Renekton just got the kill, literally queuing through the wall.
Well, I mean, his Q has a very it has a pretty big circle on what it can and can't hit. So I mean, he might not be able to dash though, but he can still, if he's standing right next to it, can Q through it.
Just an interesting, that flash though.
Yeah, this will be the end of the game. Blue team just blowing their flashes like it's cool. Yeah, I don't think much rage is coming out from purple team. I think they just accepted, the game was what it was, and thought, better luck next time to them.
Well, I don't know if you know this, but this tournament is a kind of like solo queue where you can duo queue and participate with randoms, and the teams are randomly set up. Like there are no pre-made teams in this.
Oh, this one right here?
Yes, this tournament right here.
Okay. Well, Riven, the 0-9 Riven, trying to make something happen, does get a kill. We'll end in this game 1-10.
Instead of 0-10, I mean.
The red team's doing a valiant job, just not, completely giving up.
Well, I mean, look at the level differences.
Yeah, this game's over.
Nope. I'm gonna try and find that point in the game where... Let's see, is the towers up? Yeah, so it's a little bit passive. Alright, so I'm looking at it right now. I'm gonna put it in slow motion. Alright, the wall is up and she goes through it. I'll rewind it again for our viewers. By the way, it is at 11:44 would be a safe time to rewind it to. In case you were curious in seeing it.
Alright.
11:51 is actually like right before Diana flashes, ults onto the Azir. The Azir gets Moonrise. He ults. The wall is there, and she ults through it.
Yeah.
See, folks, I was not lying. She ulted through a wall when she was not supposed to be able to. And at that point, while Azir did have 4 deaths, Diana only had 1 kill. So, 1 kill and almost double Azir CS. So, I mean, at the end of the day, with how big this Renekton got, there really was no winning the game for Red Team. But interesting things to be seen there. Meanwhile, Raid Boss Renekton up top. Is this where he finally dies for the 2nd time? It is. Morgana ending up getting the shutdown.
Yeah, that was a little bit ago. The red team did end up fending off the blue team on the first Nexus attack, and the mid inhibitor did spawn, but blue team just walked in 5 strong, took the inhib, and just ended the game.
Oh, I'm currently watching the end of the game right now.
Yeah, GG to both teams here. Very impressive play from the Renekton and Diana there. As red team solo laners finished 2-23.
Yeah, poor guys.
Azir didn't even finish his first core item.
He really did. He didn't even get to finish. Well, honestly, with his items, it's kind of obvious why he didn't. He did try to double dip there.